I'm going to do another video of the podcast, this time about K-pop. So, in case you guys don't know, or because I've never told you guys before, I'm a K-pop fan. Whenever I turn my phone, yeah, I like K-pop, and I'm not ashamed of it. I will talk to anyone for good hours and such. So, yeah. Personally, you can't just assume that I like K-pop because of my very blanket on my favorite girl show. But anyways, I want to talk to you guys about the K-pop stuff that's going on with a lot of people. I've heard about the families that have been, you know, not really pasted, but explicit entertainment companies all for a number that they didn't like. Now, let me tell you this. You can dislike a member of that group, but unless they truly did something wrong, then you have no right to boot them out of their group. And let me tell you something. At this point in time, fans actually have a lot more influence over a group than the leader. And I know that might sound bizarre, but it kind of does. Because nowadays fans are so toxic and willing to bring any idol in favor of saying their idol is above everything. That is something that must be changed. Yeah. Nowadays, K-pop fans think that everything must revolve around their idol, otherwise things just don't exist anymore, which is very stupid and just not very, that's impossible because not everything will revolve around that idol specifically. And I know that in BTS, I will defend BTS members saying no, they couldn't do that because, and I know that might make me sound toxic, but no, I don't think I've actually ever gotten into a fight and been toxic towards someone when they disregarded BTS. Because I was like in 7th grade, I was booming with K-pop. It was like the day when not the day, but that was like the grade when it was like when I first experienced it, and I was like a head-on fan. And I was kind of like, get super riled up about BTS and wanting to talk about it. That yeah, I would just get super riled up, like I wanted to. I wanted to talk about it, I wanted to promote it. It was fun. But nowadays, I don't consider myself just a one group stan. I mostly think of myself as a casual listener now. Sure, I'll collect merch, but other than that, I feel as if I'm a casual listener now, and K-pop doesn't have the same ring to me as it did when I was like a 7th grade me. Nowadays, with groups like BTS, I'm just waiting for the group to get together so they can drop their return album while they're in at a military. So that'll be nice. And another thing I do want to say is don't hate other idols because you think that they are that they because you just don't like them. I will hate an idol if they truly did something wrong. I'd be like, this is made up. Let's just say Lisa robbed a food bank and lied about it. And lied about it to the public. Um, that would be a reason to hate Lisa. Now, I'm not saying that Lisa has done that. I'm not saying that Lisa is a bad person. All I'm saying is that if a K-pop idol just did something that truly does deserve hate, then they're gonna be hated. Another thing too is that you can't just throw shade at another idol just to prove that your idol is somehow better than that idol. Now, a lot of times K-pop fans, they're still going to be incredibly toxic no matter what logic you use at them. And if you use their own logic, chances are they are going to explode in your face and say, "You take that back right now. You don't know anything about this idol because you just don't understand the hidden meaning." And let me tell you something, a lot of times, I feel like these fans are international fans that they don't even know they don't even understand the lyrics. I've listened to K-pop enough to get everything set on by the mood of the beat, because the beat can tell you a lot, and sometimes English lyrics can also give you something to infer about the song. Like Magic Shop, it's not like Magic Shop is you give me the best of me, is like you give me the best of me, so give the best of so give you the best of you, or something like that. Sorry, I messed up those lyrics, but I'm feeling it's like make like bring happiness to yourself, make yourself happy, because you're not going to be happy unless you yourself are happy. So that's kind of the message I got, or more. Yeah, I, and that message is a good message. You can tell it to anybody, and even though you don't know Korean and you don't speak it, it's still helpful to get the tone by beat and such. Now, I'm not saying that Korean fans can't be toxic. No, I no Korean fans. I can tell that there's definitely a large majority of that there's just like a large number of them that are toxic and essentially just don't care. There's also a lot of times that there's say songs, and say songs can be of any race, anywhere, not just international or Korean. Um, say songs can be anyone. Like, I could be a say something and you couldn't know and you won't know. But no, I'm not going to openly. But no, I would never just know. Some say songs have something going on in here that needs to be addressed. And frankly, if they won't address it themselves and they won't address it during any therapeutic sessions or whatever, then they've definitely got something going on where they're just very obsessive with someone to the point where will start throwing punches at the idol's girlfriend if they had a girlfriend, because nowadays the fans have so much influence now, because making it to where they cannot date. And I feel like that fans do have a very, very, very high amount of influence because of the fact that I also do anything for their fans. I also do anything for their fans. They would want to see their fans happy. They want to see their fans happy and exploding with joy at their music. That's what they want to see, and they also want to spoil their fans. They want to make they want to talk to their fans. They want to include their fans. They want to do whatever they want to do, and however way they can. They want to include their fans, and that can be problematic because you can have some fans that'll take advantage of that, push their ideas onto these idols, and sometimes pressure them in ways that they don't need pressure. Like, let's say that Jungkook would told on a live said, "Hey, I'm talking to this girl, and I think he's like, I'm talking to this girl, and I think I'm falling for her. What do you think I should do?" And then a fan in the comment could be like, "No, don't talk to her anymore because fans are more important. You're betraying the fan base by talking to her." So let's just say that happens. Then what do you do? Will Jungkook just go? Will Jungkook go? But my feelings are quite genuine. I think I'll keep talking to her and see if my feelings play out. Just ignore the comment, or will he go? "Oh, you're right. I'm sorry." Chances are neither of those options are gonna play out, are actually gonna be true, because that's just depending on the idol. I'm not saying that Jungkook is gonna follow his heart and keep talking to this girl and ignore the comment. More than likely, he's going to address the comment and then go right back texting that girl. He's not going to ignore in the first option, but nor is he going to obey that comment in the second option. or he's gonna address it. So therefore, there's gonna be a middle ground. So I should say an option like that, but he's gonna find a middle ground, combining both those options, and then continue to talk to the girl. There's and you might say that's a little far fetched, don't you think? And also, this doesn't make any sense. How do fans have more control over than their entertainment companies and managers? Let me tell you this: a manager is supposed to manage the group, hence the name manager. So this person is in heck for one group. You're gonna have tons and tons of bodyguards. Like bodyguards are gonna be protecting these idols from the airport mobs or just public mobs in public. They're gonna be protecting these idols on stage, backstage, wherever. And then you have the managers who are gonna manage the group. Now managers do have control over the idols too, but like not in like absolute possessive control. No, they control I would assume group functions or what the group can wear and just managing it like that. And then you have the entertainment company that the group comes from, giving orders from giving orders from the throne, from their high throne in that building. So yeah, um, you're gonna have the entertainment company give instructions to these managers, and then the managers are gonna carry out those instructions and how to managing the group. Now when it comes to fans, now when it comes to fans, there's so much. When it comes to fans, let me just say this: fans, you're gonna have to take a gamble. That's okay, because can there be a slice, like a very thin sliver of fans that are gonna be like, oh my gosh, I support them all. No, I'm gonna stop up here. I'm sorry. No, well, back to the control stuff. But you might be wondering, how do fans have more control over idols? Well, as I said previously, idols want to spoil their fans. They want to interact with their fans. They want to do whatever they can with their fans, and don't interpret that and do not interpret that in a wrong way. Okay, like spend time with their fans, want to connect with their fans. They want to do whatever they can with their fans, whatever. Okay, and so sometimes, and there are going to be fans out that are going to take advantage of that. That'll kind of pull an invisible string on the group. So how do I know this? Well, let's just take BTS for example, because that is one of the very many examples that I have. And it's also a group that you can, and it's also a group with the largest fan base in the world. Okay, ARMY. Now, ARMY has been dissed upon, apparently, with mocking their names, and that ARMY is short for armchair or whatever. And I'm like, roasted. But at the same time, ARMY can tear you apart if you talk bad about Idol. Like, one singular ARMY can somehow muster up that Goku power and then just absolutely annihilate you if you say one wrong thing. And in R&B, especially in Idol, let's see if I can find on my poster, is Jungkook. Jungkook, the Manai, the lead vocalist, the the one releasing all of these catchy songs. Okay, Jungkook, the one everyone is going to defend. The the one everyone's going to defend is going to defend Jungkook. Okay. Now, if you say one bad thing about Jungkook, you could potentially be looking at a fight if you say that in front of an army, and not a physical fight. Yeah, physical fight probably if you make them mad enough, but so a verbal fight. Because that army, before you even know it, before you say one wrong thing about Jungkook, they're just gonna be tearing into you with that invisible sledgehammer of words, just pound to your soul and completely destroy you. Army has a string that they can just pull, which can kind of fumble things, okay? And I feel like that is kind of apparent sometimes because it's also kind of a toxic fan base, and they're very toxic, and they're also toxic to their own idols. But you didn't know that could be a thing, fans being toxic to their idols. Well, let me just say, armies can be toxic to BTS members or members of other groups. And not saying it's an isolated army thing, but every group does that. They're toxic to their own idols. Let's say we streamed. I think it'd be between either J-Hope, Jin, or RM. Well, one of those isn't very streamed as much. Or let's say the least streamed member in BTS is V, and people are gonna be dissing him. And let's say an Arm's like, oh, V hasn't released any. He's such a failure. Unlike Jimin over here, who's releasing tons of glorious songs, V is such a failure. Say that situation happened. Would you let's say happened, and then you know what happened to you? The carpet will be lifted under your feet as you plummet into the rabbit hole of realizing that army is toxic to their own idols as well. Not that I'm naming not that I'm name dropping any other people in this, no, any other fan bases or whatever, but that carpet's gonna come up, okay? shall we? Where was I? Talking about, oh yeah, right. Talking about the dating scandals, whatever. And I've already mentioned for Cookie Half and I. Well, that one was a bit disturbing, I know, but it's also a note that, yes, fans do that. They make a lot of threads where, what, no, I turned my mic off. Anyways, they make a lot of threads to the point um, uh, where you can't really catch a break, I should say. And nothing too about idols, and nothing too about idol dating at a cut for Cookie, because I was like, this was a very brief touch up, but kept coming back to it because it kind of fits in here. But why can't K-pop fans just accept the fact that their idols are going to be fine? They're going to be happy with their life if they meet someone they really like. Heck, it's like walking into a Pizza Hut and telling the worker how to do their job when you don't know anything about making pizzas. Same thing. I don't have the best advice for K-pop fans without being literally attacked. So without being actually attacked. So on other socials. So please, this is my best word of advice to toxic fans. Um, support all members equally, because I know that some of you don't support any members equally. I know that you may have your biases and that you may feel inclined to have like more than one, but at the same time, I could care less about who your bias is. Okay, it's like with BTS for a long time, my bias was Suga, but then I realized, why just support one member when I can have all of them up there? Why choose one when you have the whole group? Not trying to force my opinion on you guys, but please support your members equally. Um, okay, please. This is why I try hard to avoid solos as much as possible, because I like them together with a group. They each have different components to offer. Like J Hope, he's the main dancer. Okay, see, look, J-Hope, main dancer, has incredible dance skills. He has something to offer. Suga, amazing rap. He has something to offer too. Jungkook, outstanding visual and a good voice, something to offer. Jin, um, beautiful visuals, and is always willing to put in effort and has great cooking. Something to offer. Jimin, great visuals, great singing, and also a great dancer. Had something to give. Taeyong, visual and voice. Always willing to pitch. Something, about it, something. An RM, rap. Heck, his name's literally Rap Monster. What do you expect? What did you expect? They all had something great to pull into that group, and so I am going to bask in the thought and in that warm glow of knowing that that group was formed together on purpose, because they all had something to offer, something to give, which is obviously not something that Army's gonna give. That's something that Army definitely doesn't give, because the only thing Army can pitch in is toxicity and willing to beat each other up because their biases and their wars with Blackpink. Yes, they have wars with Blackpink apparently, and I am not thrilled about that, because Blackpink is just another K-pop. Because in my opinion, Blackpink is just another K-pop group. In my opinion, same thing like Twice, LE SSERAFIM, and New Jeans. However, I do not listen to K-pop anymore as I used to. So yeah, every K-pop group to me is a K-pop group. I don't think one of them is superior, even though I have listened to BTS for a lot of my life. I do not think that they are superior to other groups. I do think that that they're more popular than other groups, but I don't think that they're superior. And um, Very Very was another big group. I thought that they were like super popular, only to find out that
they were not very popular. Like, they're not very popular, but again, each one has something unique to bring to the table. Anyways, I'm gonna end this off by saying bye bye, and I really hope that things will go good for you this weekend. And besides, I just heard that the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight is coming out in a few weeks. Little countdown on Netflix told me, and gotta see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Also, quick thing. This video was sponsored by nobody. Just me doing my average Vic'svoices thing. Okay, bye bye, Vic'svoices.